Yu-Gi-Oh! Is an extremely difficult card game to understand, especially for new players. In this series, I want to outline and cover game mechanics, rulings, and general information to help players understand and improve at the game. This is how to read cards. Second only to the actual card text, punctuation is one of the most important aspects when giving rulings and understanding how cards work. Just like in your high school English class, in Yu-Gi-Oh! A comma denotes a continuation of an effect, whereas a period denotes a separate and different effect. More complex punctuation that we may encounter are colons and semicolons. A colon signifies a condition requirement, whereas a semicolon signifies an activation requirement. The text prior to a colon, or the condition, states what situation a card needs to meet in order to use its effect, i.e. when this card is sent to graveyard, if you control a Dark Magician, if you control no face-up cards. A semicolon signifies an activation, what you need to do in order to use the effect, such as discarding a card or targeting a card. A semicolon will also denote what is known as a cost. Costs must be paid upon activation, and this can be important for a topic we'll cover later, known as chaining. Finally, the text that follows the final colon or semicolon is what is known as the resolution. This is what will happen when the effect will resolve. An example of how this works is Elemental Hero Thunder Giant, which says, once per turn, you can discard one card, then target one monster on the field whose original attack is less than the attack of this card, destroy that target. How you read this from a technical standpoint is as follows. Once per turn is a condition, meaning you must not have activated this effect previously in the turn in order to activate the effect. Upon meeting this condition and electing to activate the effect, you must immediately discard a card and then target a monster whose original attack is less than the attack of Elemental Hero Thunder Giant. Upon doing so, when the effect would resolve, you destroy the targeted monster. Another aspect of punctuation is whether or not a monster effect activates. Monster effects with colons and semicolons are activated effects. In technical terms, they start a chain, whereas monsters effects that do not have a colon or a semicolon are effects that do not start a chain. We will talk about this more in a later video, but it ties heavily to the punctuation of a card effect, so I felt it was inappropriate to not at least mention it here. The last type of punctuation I'll cover in this video is kind of rare, but you will see it from time to time, and that is bullet points. Bullet points occur when an effect can have multiple outcomes. One example is Blackluster Soldier and Void of the Beginning, where you can choose to either banish a card on the field or make a second attack. However, they're both tied to the same once per turn clause. This is usually just done to save space on the card text or to make the card have certain functionalities that it otherwise wouldn't have. That'll do it for this video. If you liked it and would like to see more in the future, be sure to give it a thumbs up so I know to keep making them. If you have an idea for future videos, be sure to leave a comment down below. Otherwise, have a wonderful day.